Alright, that should do it. Top of the morning, everybody, and welcome to another live stream. As you can see, I got Premiere open right here. I'm just gonna do some editing work today. Nothing too spectacular, but I figured I'm gonna edit some Strider videos, so why not just stream it for you guys so you guys can see the process that I go through every time I edit for Strider. This is gonna be quite an interesting one to work on because as you can probably tell, this has live action in it, which Strider doesn't use all that much live action footage. I mean, I don't do that myself either, so I guess it's not too spectacular. One thing I want to do real quick, because I noticed that some things are not very correct there, and I'm missing my webcam. Hey, there's my face. There's my super ugly face. Oh my gosh. Alright, so what we're gonna do today is just edit some of this stuff and have some fun together. I can have a neat little chat with you guys while I'm working, of course, but that's and I'm mostly just gonna focus on the editing that I got here. So let's see what we got here. For those of you who are not familiar, by the way, let me just explain what is going on the screen here. I'm the editor for PhantomStrider's top 5, top 6, top 10 videos and whatnot. And basically what he does is he sends his editors segments that we need to put together to the best of our abilities. What I got here are a few things. I have, of course, all of the footage that I'm going to need in one folder here. That's not the folder that I was looking for. This is absolutely gorgeous. This is great. I do a fantastic job at preparing for these live streams and for the editing of a video. It's fantastic. So I have a folder full of footage over here that I use for the editing. I have some music that I can use for the video and everything. So I got quite a few things that I can work with. One annoying thing about this music, by the way, Strider. Sorry. Strider. Could you do us all a favor and convert these MP4 files into MP3 files? Because these are freaking obnoxious. But, you know. Meet Texel! Welcome to the stream, buddy. How are you doing? So, yeah, I got a bunch of shit to work with. So, that should be good. Let's see what we got. Here, I don't know if I'm gonna keep my webcam on, by the way. I just realized that it's completely in the way of the actual footage. Actually, I don't know if there's a good spot to put my webcam on here. You know what? Forget it. I'm just gonna turn it off for the time being. I may turn it on again later, but for the time being, this is fine. I'm fine. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. So let's see what we got.
But no AI can stop John Thomas.
Okay, I have a feeling that I am missing out on some footage here. Let me see real quick. Yeah, I think I also need to use this one. That this is missing? I have no idea. Strider has his way of putting his stuff in his folders weird. I don't know what the deal is with that. Oh, there are all of the things that I'm going to need. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this one here. And I'm gonna assume that I need to put in this one first. Strider, Phoenix, and me in one stream. The most autistic stream anyone has ever seen. It's amazing. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. Anyway. Let's see what we got here.
Lego Universe.
Yes, that's more like it. So I'm just gonna get rid of all of this stuff. I'm not gonna use the green screen effect right now. I want to use that after I put all of this together, after I took all of the good takes that he has here. Because, as you can see, this is a pretty long video file, and that is because he has recorded a bunch of takes. Autistic people rock. Thank you very much. I really damn appreciate that. Okay.
Lego Universe.
Okay. Yeah, this one is definitely gonna go because he barely even looks into the camera at all there. By the way, if I suddenly get silent during the stream, it's because I'm focusing on my work here. But I don't even know why I'm saying that, because that should be obvious. Anyway.
Lego Universe. Lego Universe. Lego Universe.
Okay, so one thing that I noticed when watching his videos and while editing his videos and whatnot is that his live action stuff works the best when he has his hands moving all over the place, when he makes gestures like
Lego
this.
Universe.
I think this is where he has the most emotion, that he expresses himself the most when he does that. So I'm just gonna take that take and hope that it's the best out of them. I'm gonna assume that this is a pretty good take out of all of the takes that he has for that line.
Back in the day, massive multiplayer online RPGs ruled the earth.
Okay, yeah, that was a really good one. I don't know if he's going to top this one. Because I think that this take is already really damn good.
Back in the day.
There we go. There are the mistakes coming.
MMORPGs just ruled the earth. Back in the day, MMORPGs just ruled the earth.
Yeah. I still believe that this is the best take that he has.
RPGs ruled the earth.
I don't know what if this is the same thing.
Back in the day, MMORPGs just ruled the earth. Back in the day, MMORPGs just ruled the internet.
Ruled the internet. Let me just grab the script here and sometimes I'm just reading the script to see okay.
Yeah, go with internet. I think that's more fun.
Go with internet, you think that's more fun. Okay, that's fair enough. Then we're gonna do that. Get rid of all of this. Bam. Also, I just want there to be a little bit of room to breathe here, because I'm probably gonna end up putting in a soundbite in that part.
Back in the day, MMORPGs just ruled the internet. Yeah, go with internet. I think that's more fun. Back in the day, MMORPGs just ruled the internet. Back in the day, MMORPGs just ruled the internet.
Ooh, this is
MMORPGs just ruled the internet. Back in the day, MMORPGs just ruled the internet.
yeah, I'm definitely going with this one. I think this take is the best out of them. So, we're gonna get rid of all of that. I'm gonna get rid of all of this junk.
We loved them so much back then, we were willing to pay monthly subscriptions for them.
Believe it or not, Strider, but people are still willing to pay monthly subscriptions for them. I feel like I should probably use footage of RuneScape and World of Warcraft for that one. Hello Bailey, nice to see you. How is everyone? I'm doing absolutely fantastic today. How about you?
We loved them so much back in the day, we were willing to pay monthly subscriptions for them, just to have the privilege to play the games.
Okay, yeah, I think that one is really well done. Sometimes it's kind of difficult to tell which one of these is really the best out of all of them, because, you know, some of these takes are pretty much identical, but it's in the little things most of the time. So, I'm just gonna get rid of this.
Internet. We loved them so much back in the day. We were
Too much school. Yeah, I feel you there.
willing to pay monthly subscriptions for them, just to have the privilege to play the games. Just to have the privilege to play on the servers. Just to have that short privilege to play on their servers. Subscriptions for them. Just to have the privilege to play the games. Just to have the privilege to play on the servers. Just to have that short privilege to play on their servers.
Yeah, I think this one makes a little more sense.
Just to have that short privilege.
I don't know how long the privilege of playing on these servers are. I'm not very sure of that because I never paid any monthly subscription for any game ever. Because I refuse to do that, but I think that one makes a lot more sense.
Just to have the subscriptions for them.
Let's go with this.
Just to have that short privilege to play on their servers.
I probably should learn the shortcuts better. I know that I can switch in between these tools using shortcuts, and I know how to switch from snipping tool to the regular cursor. But I just never use it. I don't know why, but I never use it.
Just to have that short
Okay.
Take the MMORPG Lego Universe.
Okay, yes. That is definitely what we're going to do.
Servers. Take the MMORPG Lego Universe. Take the MMORPG Lego Universe. Take the MMORPG Lego Universe.
Yes. Yes. It's again the little things in his hand gestures that just, I don't know, I feel like that's where he shines the most. Not playing was frustrating as Wizard 101 player though. What? Wait a minute. Did Wizard 101 have a monthly subscription you had to pay just to play the game?
Take the MMORPG Lego Universe.
I never really knew that was the case with Lego Universe. Wizard 101. I figured that was a free-to-play game. I played the game a little bit back in the day, and as far to my knowledge, it was free-to-play. I always loved how much he gestures with his hands. Yeah, me too.
Developed by NetDevil for Windows and Mac. It was developed by NetDevil for Windows and Mac.
Yes. I think I'm just gonna use that one. Sometimes it's really difficult to just pick between one of the takes that he takes. Wow, I can't talk right now. Excuse me there.
It was developed by NetDevil.
You have to subscribe to access all areas. Oh, okay.
For Windows and Mac. Developed by NetDevil for Windows and Mac. NetDevil for Windows and Mac.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna use that one.
The plot revolved around four. Developed by NetDevil for Windows and Mac. The plot revolved around four leg.
Ah, yes. Nowadays, even less areas are accessible without playing.
The plot revolved around four.
That sucks, man.
The plot revolved around four Lego minifig. Around four Lego.
Yes, definitely getting rid of all of that.
The plot revolved around four Lego minifigures as they embarked on an expedition to discover pure imagination.
Oh my god. I don't know if he's gonna be okay with me using that because gosh, look at that.
Expedition to discover pure imagination.
There's something about that that I just love.
The plot revolved around four Lego minifigures as they embarked on an expedition to discover pure imagination. Discover pure imagination.
Okay. I think I know how I can make that work. I did this before where I just cut in between a line that you was saying. Because these are, I consider these to be both takes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of this part. I'm gonna paste that to there. And I'm gonna see how that looks because I really want to use that gesture of his there in the actual video later on when I'm gonna put the footage on top of him.
On an expedition to discover pure imagination.
Maybe a little bit too much room to breathe there. Let's see how this sounds.
Discover pure imagination.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god, that is perfect. That is absolutely perfect. I'm using that. Hello, Nick. Welcome. How about 20 minutes of Strider just reading off his tablet? I mean, I could just literally give this to Strider and be like, why don't you just use this? But I'm not gonna do that. I'm definitely not gonna do that.
As they embarked upon an expedition to discover pure imagination.
Ooh.
Around four Lego minifigures as they embarked on an expedition to discover pure imagination. Pure imagination.
Oh my gosh, yes. This is so difficult sometimes. It's just picking between one of two takes is it's not as easy as it looks, let me tell you that. Okay, I need to replay this a few times.
Pure imagination. Pure imagination.
Yeah. Never mind. Yeah, that was... In a world of pure imagination. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I just had to make that reference. Okay. That's it.
However, the greedy Baron Typhoon.
I just love that voice that he puts on there.
However, the greedy Baron Typhonus was pulled into the source. However, the greedy Baron Typhonus was pulled into the source.
Okay, what I need to know real quick is, did he provide the images that he uses of his avatar? Ah! It doesn't look like he does. Dang it, I was hoping that he would have his avatar images in this. Maybe I should have saved that, come to think of it. Dang it! I forgot to save his avatar stills on my hard drive, which sucks. Dang it. Okay. You know what? Never mind. I actually was kind of hoping that he would have those, because it would make for a little bit more expressiveness in the video, as he's now just reading from his tablet or his phone? I'm not quite sure. It's pretty much the size of a regular phone, as far as I can tell. Or maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway.
However, the greedy, barren type...
Phoenix made an oopsie. I always make oopsies too during my live streams, Nick. You should be used to this by now.
...bonus was pulled into the source. However, the greedy, barren typhonus was pulled into the source.
Maybe he has a better take from there?
And an explosive male.
Okay, never mind. He doesn't have a better take for that one. Okay. That being the case, I just want to use this one because I just want to use as much Strider, live action Strider, as I possibly can, because those are the most fun parts to edit, in my opinion.
However, the greedy, barren typhonus was pulled into the source.
I'm just kind of curious as to what the source is in the game.
And an explosive maelstrom of dark energy caused the planet Crux to explode and form other smaller worlds. And an explosive...
Good thing about making oopsies is learning from your mistakes, right? That is definitely true.
Maelstrom of dark energy causes the planet Crux to explode and form into other...
I'm definitely using this one. I just love the kind of deep voice that he puts on there.
Pulled into the source. And an explosive maelstrom of dark energy causes the planet Crux to explode and form into other smaller worlds. And an explosive maelstrom of dark energy causes the planet Crux to explode and form into other worlds.
Oh my god. Oh my goodness.
Energy causes the planet Crux to explode and form into other worlds.
There we go. Best take, 10 out of 10. Would definitely use that one. The only thing that explodes is my mind, because it just got blown. What is he even talking about? Because I am confused here. He's talking about a mobile game called Lego Universe.
And wouldn't you know, we gotta explore them. And wouldn't you know, we had to explore them.
Let's leave a little room to breathe there.
Worlds. And wouldn't you know...
Maybe that's a little too much room to breathe.
Worlds.
I think he's talking about a Lego MMO. Yeah, that's right.
And wouldn't you know, we had to explore them.
He definitely is talking about a MMORPG of Lego, because of course he is.
And wouldn't you know, we gotta explore them. You know, we had to explore them. And wouldn't you know, we gotta explore them. And wouldn't you know, we gotta explore them.
Yeah, I'm definitely sticking with the first take there. I think that one is probably the best out of the bunch.
So the three remaining...
There's something fun about seeing him mess up on his lines there.
And wouldn't you know, we had to explore them.
Yes, I'm definitely using the first take in there.
And wouldn't you know, we had to explore them. So the three remaining explorers, along with the Baron's protege, create 4 factions that the players can join. So the three remaining explorers, along with the Baron's protege, create 4... So the 3 remaining factions, along with the Baron's protege, create 4 factions that the players can join.
Yeah, I'm just gonna use that one. I think the pause there is a little bit on the long side, although...
Factions, along with the Baron's protege, create 4 factions that the players can join.
I also think he's a lot more expressive there. It's again the little hand gestures. It's the little things that make a video like this so much better. Stepping on Legos makes me sound like either a seagull on crack or a dog getting their tail stepped on. I would definitely not want to step on Legos. I don't even know if I did that before. Tries to get Lego Universe. I don't know if Lego Universe is a thing anymore because it's been abandoned by a crap ton of people. I mean, the list that he's doing is the abandoned Lego games. So there's that. Finisher move, stepping on Legos, worse than any Mortal Kombat fatality. That's definitely true. Legoality. Okay. Yeah, sure. Having a younger brother kinda sucks sometimes. I've stepped on Legos like twice in my life and fell over on my face out in pain both times. Ouch. Yeah, stepping on Legos is not at all pleasant.
After our ship was struck down by the explosive dark energy.
Okay, that was... Oh, I'm having so much fun over here. You don't even know. I mean, some of you who know me know that I absolutely love doing this. But this is just... That was one of the most incredible things that I've ever seen.
Explosive dark energy. After our ship is shut down.
Yeah.
After our ship is shot down by the explosive dark energy. Explosive dark energy. Down by the explosive dark energy. We're sent.
Yeah. Oh.
Shot down by explosive.
Definitely using this one. There we go.
Can join after our ship is shot down by the explosive dark energy.
Both of them have a Lego addiction. Oh my god. I can only imagine how painful that must be. Both figuratively and literally.
After our ship is shot down by the explosive dark energy.
Yeah, he was so much more expressive here than he was there. So I'm definitely gonna use that take. Okay. Be gone!
Explosive dark energy.
But when I was young, we were too broke for much Lego, so... we weren't exactly broke to have any Lego. The thing is, I just didn't care for it.
We make an emergency escape.
I never really cared much for Lego, to be
We
honest.
make an emergency.
Although I did play a lot of Football Mania back in the day.
We make an emergency escape to Avant Gardens. 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 Emergency escape to We make an emergency escape to Avant Gardens. We make an emergency escape.
Okay. Yes.
Energy. We make
Good luck, bro. Thanks. Have a good meal. See you later, bud.
an emergency escape to Avant Gardens. We make an emergency escape to Avant Gardens.
Alright.
And thus, our journey of grinding enemies and getting platforms.
I should be using these frickin' shortcuts more. Gosh darn it.
Gardens. And thus, our journey of grinding enemies and claiming properties to build on begins. And thus, our journey of battling enemies and
He's having some trouble getting his lines. I am very happy you edited your pony avatar into one of his videos once, because otherwise I wouldn't have found you and now I'm a fan, lol. I must say, it was a bit of a gamble. Because at first I didn't even... I did ask for him if editors are free to put some of their own stuff in there, put in some of their own notes or input or whatever in there. And at one point I just decided, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna throw in my avatar, which I got a full freaking folder of, by the way, right here. I have a bunch of files of my pony in this one folder because I just need all of the expressions for my own videos. But anyway, I just literally put his face on there because I just wanted to let him know that that I have a lot of respect for the amount of dedication that he puts into his exercise. Because I don't know that many people who are willing to push themselves to their limit and just go for it, you know? So that's what I did.
And thus, our journey of battling enemies and claiming properties to build on begins.
I didn't even know that Strider would be okay with it. I guess I'm lucky that he left my avatar on there. I don't know if he'd be okay with me doing it another time, but, you know, I want all these expressions of my pony Sona too. Oh my god. Are you willing to pay a pretty penny for it? Because, you know what, screw it. I'm just gonna show you how I got all of this, because, I don't know, I just feel like it. Oh shit. I just realized that I can't because I don't have the external hard drive in my computer right now where I have the file on. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do something real quick. I'm gonna put this project to the side for a quick moment. And I'm editing off of a external hard disk here because it has a lot more space than my computer right now, and I have a lot of stuff that I need to work with for this editing. I'm editing off of this thing, which, to be honest, I'm not even sure if this is an SSD or not, but, you know, it's better than absolutely nothing. But, I should probably be getting, a USB hub because the USB ports on the front panel are broke. There is literally only one that I have that works, and that is not exactly great. Well, the USB ports on the front panel anyway. Aside from that, everything works pretty good. I'm an artist, I can do it myself. Ah, okay. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. If you can do it, then I'd say frickin' do it. Luigi Marinas, welcome to the stream. Ponies just make me happy. Yeah, that makes two of us. That makes two of us. Okay. Let me just show you guys what I have here. For one thing, I have a lot of things. I have a lot of commissions, but what I have is a flash puppet because I don't know. I just wanted to have one, and basically what this is just a Adobe Flash puppet drawn by none other than Lightning Bliss, and she did a fantastic job on the puppet, I must say. This is just a thing that I have for all of the expressions that I have. In total, there are 40 frames, and in those 40 frames, well, you can see it. I don't have to get a step stool to get on it. Makes sense. A flash puppet, yes. The thing is, however, this thing is not designed for animations. This is primarily designed for expressions only. So I only have this for expressions, which is totally fine. I don't need to have a puppet for animation. I'm not even planning on doing animations with ponies at all in the future. So I'm totally okay with what I have right now, but you know, what I got is already really dang cool. I'm a short nugget. Well, I'm long as all hell. Not exactly what I'd consider practical, but yeah, you know. So yeah, that's a thing that I have right here. I think it's pretty neat that I have a puppet. Although it was really dang expensive. It was $55 to purchase. And when you consider what you get for it, that is a very good deal. Because you get tons and tons of expressions on your puppet. Let me swap the hard drive about for a moment. But the reason why it was so cheap, it was only $55, so alright. But it's so cheap because it only has one perspective for it. There aren't any other perspectives that the puppet has. He doesn't even have a separate layer for when his head is turned. So I had to do that manually in Adobe Flash, which let me just show you real quick how that turned out, because I have a separate folder for that. I think it looks pretty good, but it took me a bit to get this done. It took me quite a bit of fiddling. No, it's definitely not a lot for what when you consider when you get for it. I still think, even though I only get a puppet with one perspective, it's still really dang nice. And I think it was absolutely worth every penny that I paid for it. Because it's freaking awesome to use, and I have a lot of fun with it. Why people so tall? I feel like I'm getting shorter. I feel like I'm getting older by the day. With each day that flies by, I feel like I'm getting older and older and older. And it's ridiculous. I'm only 21 years old, but I already feel freaking old. Particularly because, let me show you. I'm already losing my hair. Which is freaking embarrassing. It's the freaking worst. I don't want to lose my hair yet. And yet I'm losing my hair already. It's stupid and ridiculous. And I freaking hate it.
We'll get to that shortly.
Okay. I'm sorry.
What are we building on? We'll get to that shortly. What are we... Battling enemies and claiming properties to build on begins. What are we building on? We'll get to that shortly.
I feel like, by the way, the screen is stretched a little bit too much. You're only 1 year older than me. It appears so.
What are we going to build on them? Oh, we'll get that. What are we all going to build on them? What are we going to build on them? Oh, we'll get to that shortly.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely going to keep that on.
Build on them? Oh, we'll get to that shortly.
I'm going to use this one. Get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of here. And...
What are we building on? Oh, we'll get to that shortly.
Okay, yeah, that looks weird. I don't know if that's because of...
Oh, we'll get to that shortly.
Um...
Oh, we'll get to that shortly. Building on. Oh, we'll...
Okay. You know what I can do? I can just put the footage on top of this and make sure that it fades out from this point so that it looks good. I'll see I'll see what I can do there. Strider rubbing his hands together gives off big villain energy. It does, and I love it. I mean, not too long ago, he did a list on the darkest South Park episodes, which is one of my all-time favorite lists that he did. And he just got absolutely corrupt there. I don't know if you've seen that one, but that was an awesome list.
What are we going to build on those properties? Oh, we'll get to that shortly.
Yes. I definitely want to keep this in. Because this is not exactly what I'd call a great take.
What are we going to build on those properties?
Yes. There we go. Get rid of that.
Oh, we'll get to that shortly. What are we going to build on those properties? Oh, we'll get to that shortly.
I love him bobbing his head there, but I don't think that I want to use that. Strider is definitely one of my favorite YouTubers ever. Yeah, same here. Same here, absolutely. Which would be quite obvious considering that I'm an editor for him, but...
To start with, the gameplay in it. To start with, the gameplay in LEGO Universe pretty much...
Yeah, that is definitely not one of his best takes.
To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe included pretty...
Yeah, I have him read off of his tablet. I kinda want to put him in the video while reading from his tablet. I kinda want to put that in the video just to show what goes on behind the scenes of the footage, if you know what I mean. Shall I ask him? I don't have an all-time favorites, but I do have a good handful of YouTubers I watch. My all-time faves are Nitro Red and PhantomStrider. Nitro Red is freaking awesome. I'm not all that much into YouTube anymore, to be honest. That's fair. That's fair. I can totally see where you're coming from there. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna ask Strider if he'd be okay with me putting a take of him just having a tablet in his hands. I think that'd be hilarious to see in the video. I'll need to start up my Discord real quick though, because I haven't booted it up since I started up my computer. I had this idea to put you on the video when you're reading off your script. I think that's a better way to put it. Of your tablet. I think that's I'm gonna put this. I want to see the tablet clip in the video. Maybe you will. Maybe you will. Let's see. I'm making a server for my school group. Nice. Nice. I think that's a pretty good idea to do. I gotta ask permission because not all of my classmates are Discord users. Maybe they will be once you make the Discord group. I think that's a great idea. There we go. I just asked him, now it's just a matter of waiting. I do hope that he'd be okay with it. I try to socialize, kind of shy though. I feel that. I feel that very much. I'm not the most bold person in the world. I'm gonna be honest, I used to be very outgoing and an outrovert. What's an outrovert? I don't really know what an outrovert is. Could you give me some insight on that? Because I'm quite curious. Feel free to give it a shot. I appreciate you getting creative with it. Even if I decide post-editing it doesn't quite work easy enough to change back. Strider is okay with me putting a clip of him holding his tablet in the air. Yes! Okay, sorry about me being silent for a moment. There was someone who wanted to know what was up. Anyway, This is probably gonna be the most hilarious thing to see in the video. Outrovert is just an extrovert. Okay, that makes sense. Yes, PhantomStrider. Yes, we are gonna do this thing, guys. I'm very excited about this.
The gameplay of LEGO Universe included pretty much the standard MMO.
Let me get rid of a little bit more of error.
To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe included pretty much the standard MMORPG task you'd expect. Pretty much the standard MMORPG task you'd expect.
Okay, I feel like I can't quite understand what he is saying here. Do you guys?
The standard MMORPG task you'd
I don't think I quite understand what he's saying there. An introvert is the exact opposite of an introvert. For example, introverts are shy and quiet. My favorite saying from Thomas Sanders. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. That is funny.
Memoirs there. Memoirs there.
That is quite nice.
To start with, the
Memoirs. Bleh. Strider messing up on his lines is one of the best things in the world. I love it.
To start with, the
Ostusky, Strider, what is that language? That's a very good question. I have no idea.
LEGO Universe pretty much included the standard MMORPG. MMORPGs.
Oh my goodness. I just love this.
To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe.
He's having some serious trouble with this.
To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe included all the standard MMO.
Oh, poor Strider. He just wants to make his lines good.
To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe.
If I die of laughter because of this, Strider. Oh my goodness. If I die under mysterious circumstances, you know where to look first!
To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe included all the standard MMO online tasks you'd expect. Standard MMO
Okay, yeah. Eventually it just gives up on MMOs. I can't even say it myself. Hold on, let me try and say it. He tries so hard, what a legend. Actually, I want to try this myself. I have the script right here. The gameplay of the LEGO Universe included the standard MMO tasks you'd expect. MMO tasks, yeah. I don't know why he had so much trouble saying that. Okay, I had some trouble saying that as well. So, yeah.
MMO online tasks you'd expect.
Eventually he just gives up on it, which I totally understand. Alright.
Standard online tasks you'd expect.
Okay, I feel like there should be a little bit more room to...
Online.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to work.
Tasks you'd expect. To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe included most of the standard MMO top.
Yeah, I'm definitely using that one. I feel kind of bad for Strider because he has so much trouble. He had so much trouble saying that line. I feel kind of bad for him because of it.
Oh, we'll get to that shortly.
Oh, wait.
To start with, the game...
I feel like I messed up a little bit there. Getting rid of that. This online task, right?
Online tasks you'd expect.
Yes.
Universe included most of the standard...
Yes, I'm definitely using that one.
Verse included all the standard...
There we go.
of LEGO Universe included most of the standard online tasks you'd expect.
Good thing Phoenix has the script. It is definitely a good thing that I have the script, because otherwise I would be lost very easily while editing this. I'ma head out. Bye, y'all. Have a good one, Bailey. I hope you have a great day.
I can't say that. I'm just going to say online. I can't say that. I'm just going to say online. To start with.
MMO tasks is, yeah, it was pretty difficult to say for me too, buddy. I totally understand where you're coming from.
To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe included most of the standard RPG tasks you'd expect. To start with, the gameplay of LEGO Universe included most of the standard RPG tasks you'd expect. To start with, the gameplay of... To start with, the game... We complete missions... To start with...
Okay, yeah, I think that's enough of that. I could use RPG stuff, but... I feel like online makes just a little bit more sense than otherwise, because a lot of the I feel like a lot of the things that he's going to explain basically happens in any other online game that you play, like grinding and shit.
We complete missions, fight enemies, and collect weapons and armor, and get stronger.
Yeah, that's basically what you do in almost every other online game out there. Aside from maybe a few, but the majority of them are pretty much exactly the same, so I'm just gonna go with online games.
We complete missions, fight enemies, collect weapons and armor, and get stronger. We complete missions, fight enemies, collect weapons and armor, and get stronger.
Yes!
Complete missions, fight enemies, and collect...
Definitely using that take.
We complete missions, fight enemies, collect weapons and armor, and get stronger. We complete... LEGO game, we build... We complete missions, battle enemies, get weapons and armor, and just get stronger. And of course, we build. And of course, since it's a LEGO game, we build whatever we want.
That is very true. That is very, very true.
Stronger. And of course, since...
The intonation in the last one was way better, yeah.
This is a LEGO game, we build whatever we want.
Definitely agree there. Yes.
And of course, since it's a LEGO game, we build whatever we want. And of course, since it's a LEGO game, we build whatever we want. And of course, since it's a LEGO game, we build whatever we want.
Yep.
Armor and get stronger. And of course...
I just want to get rid of at least a little bit of dead air so I don't have to edit that out later as I'm editing the actual footage on top of it.
Stronger. And of course, since it's a LEGO game, we build whatever we want.
I'm going to need some building footage on there.
This was before preset.
What the frick was that?
This was before.
Oh, my goodness.
We want. This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just build anything. This was before preset Lego. Before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just build anything. This was before preset Lego builds were important. This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just make anything you wanted. This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just make anything you wanted. Before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just build anything. Before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just build. This was before preset Lego builds were important. This was before pre.
Yeah, I'm definitely getting rid of that line because this take is terrible.
Anything. This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just make anything you wanted. This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just make anything you wanted.
Yes. Bruh. I don't know. I honestly don't know, because these seem pretty similar to each other.
This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just build anything. This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just make anything you wanted. This was.
Aside from this one, maybe I should stream again too sometime. I definitely recommend you stream sometime. It's really fun. Even though not an awful lot of people are watching right now, I can definitely say that I have a lot of fun doing these streams. They actually motivate me to do to get some actual work done, which is incredible.
This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just make anything you wanted. This was before preset Lego builds were made, and you could just make anything you wanted. And you could just make anything you wanted. This was before you could just make anything you wanted.
Yeah, I feel like this one is a little better because this one just flows a little better. There's a short pause on the last take. So, yeah, I definitely want to use the second take in this regard. Okay, let's continue.
And it was sometimes a very creative way. And it was sometimes a very, and it was some.
I feel like this is another one of those takes where he's just having a little bit of trouble with reading the line.
And it was sometimes a fun way to see just how creative the LEGO community could get. And it was sometimes a really fun way to see how and it was sometimes a really fun way to see how creative the LEGO community could get. And it was sometimes a really fun way to see how creative the LEGO online community could get.
Yeah, I can say with certainty that this is the best take out of the bunch. Was this one of those?
Creative the LEGO community.
Yes. Last one.
And it was sometimes a really fun way to see how creative the LEGO online community could get. The battle gameplay isn't very deep. There's pretty much a standard attack and a special attack.
Sorry about me going silent there all of a sudden. Somebody just decided to barge in without knocking on the door. Anyway. I also tend to get more done when I'm streaming. Very true. Poor Strider. Yeah. He is trying so hard to get his lines right. I have nothing but respect for him, to be honest, that he's willing to take so many takes for it.
The
Yes.
The battle gameplay isn't very deep. There's pretty much a standard attack and a special attack.
Which I think is a brilliant way to go, by the way. It's simple, it works. I don't need all of those frickin' spells on the bottom bar or whatever. I don't need a bunch of crazy shit, a bunch of crazy keys, a combination of keys that I need to push just to get one attack going. A normal attack and a special attack is simple and it works. Just let's have that, please.
But for a LEGO MMO, it works well enough.
That's just what I was saying, Strider. Can you read my mind or something?
But for a LEGO MMO, it works well enough. But for a LEGO online game, it works well enough. For a LEGO MMO, it works well enough.
Yes, I'm using that one.
And it still feels similar enough. And it still feels similar enough to LEGO game.
Get rid of this shit.
Enough. And it still feels similar enough to LEGO games like. And it still feels similar enough to Traveler's Tales LEGO games.
Wait, Traveler's Tales made LEGO games? I should honestly just look up some shit about LEGO games at one point, and a little bit more about Traveler's Tales. Because I really don't know all that much about them.
Still feels similar enough to LEGO games like.
Oh shit, I did not mean to zoom out like that.
Enough. And it still feels similar enough to Traveler's Tales LEGO games. And it still feels similar enough to LEGO games from good old Traveler's Tales. And it still feels similar enough to LEGO games.
Traveler's Tales are the ones behind the modern LEGO games. Oh really? That's pretty neat. I did not know that at all. Anyway, I do know that Traveler's Tales was behind some Crash Bandicoot games, which not an awful lot of people like, but I do. I think the Traveler's Tales LEGO games are great.
And it still feels similar enough to LEGO games.
That being said, though, I only played one, that being the Wrath of Cortex, and I think the Wrath of Cortex was awesome.
From good old Traveler's Tales. And it still feels similar enough to Traveler's Tales LEGO games. Still feels similar enough to LEGO games from good old Traveler's Tales. And it still feels similar enough to LEGO games from good old.
Okay, yes. I think I'm just gonna use this take. I definitely will put up a thing of Traveler's Tales there.
Games from good.
Actually, you know what I could do? I could put up a soundbite there of Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex, because the startup screen of The Wrath of Cortex has a guy say Traveler's Tales, developed by Traveler's Tales, which I think would be pretty funny to have on there. I don't know why, but that idea, I think that's just funny. So I'm just gonna keep this the way it is right now, but I will definitely put the logo of Traveler's Tales in the video when he says
good old Traveler's Tales.
Yes. Okay. Next line, please.
It turned out to be as well as or. But why did it really fail? Well, this game had a surprisingly high production value. But why did it really fail? Well, this game had a surprisingly high production value. But why did it fail? Well, this game had surprisingly high. But why did it fail?
Finally, my profile picture changed. Only took forever. Oh man, it's not in chat. No, your profile picture is not in chat, and YouTube is being a complete piece of crap when it comes to profile pictures. Now, to be fair, it does update a whole lot quicker. At least it did update a whole lot quicker on the Phoenix Star YT channel. But I remember when YouTube was still, when your channel was still connected to Google Plus, and it was an absolute nightmare to change your banner and your profile picture, especially your profile picture, which would not update at all in the very moments that you would put your profile picture on YouTube, that you would upload it there. It would take literally 4 hours to update, which is insane.
But why did it fail? Well, this game had surprisingly high production values. An amazing orchestra soundtrack.
Oh, Strider.
Still feels similar enough to Lego games from good old Traveler's Tales. But why did it fail?
It used to take days for me once. Sucked so much. Oh yeah, I remember it took a full day for me to update my profile picture at one point. It was not pretty.
Well, this game had surprisingly high production values.
Did he put in the soundtrack for Lego Universe in here? Yeah, he did. Which is very good, because I would love to put in some of that music in this video, and I definitely will.
An amazing orchestra soundtrack.
Oh, Strider.
But why did it fail? Well, Lego Universe had a very... But why did it fail? Well, Lego Universe... But why did it fail? But why did it fail? Well, Lego Universe had surprisingly high production values. They had a beautiful... But why did it fail? Well, Lego Universe had surprisingly high production values. With the graphics looking crisp and having... With the graphics looking crisp for the time and having that distinct Lego charm.
Yes. Soundtrack. Yeah. Many of these clips I definitely I do want to put up somewhat of a compilation of bloopers of PhantomStrider. I don't know if he'd be okay with that, if I would do something like that, but I do want to do that for the hell of it, because I think it would be hilarious to do that. If he's okay with that, I probably will end up doing that. I will have to do it of just his live action stuff though, because doing it just from his voice is probably gonna be a little bit difficult.
Well, this game had...
Also, live action would be a lot more hilarious than to just listen to his voice. Unless, of course, I have his avatar and I can use somewhat of a studio setup of some kind. A recording booth or something. So I can simulate him talking to a microphone. As his Toon Strider self.
Surprisingly high
I think the idea is awesome.
Crisp for the time and having that distinct Lego charm. With the graphics looking very crisp for the time and still having that distinct Lego charm. Values. With the graphics looking very crisp for the time and still having that distinct Lego charm. And pre-rendered CGI cutscenes. and pre-rendered CGI cutscenes, as did the game's trailers. And pre-rendered CGI cutscenes, as did the game's trailers. And pre-rendered CGI cutscenes. And pre-rendered CGI cutscenes. It looked fantastic.
Definitely putting that one in.
The game's trailers.
I feel like this is the better one out of the bunch.
And pre-rendered CGI cutscenes. It looked fantastic. And pre-rendered CGI cutscenes that really... And pre-rendered CGI cutscenes that really looked great. And pre-rendered CGI cutscenes that really looked great. Plus, they had a fully orchestrated soundtrack that just leaps off the screen.
Okay. One thing that I definitely will do there is to put a sound bite of the musical soundtrack in the video there. I think that would be nice to have.
Soundtrack that just leaps off the screen. Plus, they had a fully orchestrated soundtrack that just leaps off the screen. Even the soundtrack was orchestrated and just exploding through the speakers. Even the soundtrack was orchestrated and just exploding through the speakers with such triumphancy. That just leaps off the screen.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was just me being absolutely ridiculous and weird, and I should not be doing that. That was just me singing a Kirby song, because why the hell not? Just watching Strider be Strider here makes me smile. This guy is so cool.
Fantastic. Even the sound...
I can't really argue with that one. Strider is absolutely great.
Soundtrack was orchestrated and just exploding through the speakers with such triumphancy.
I mean, you can... The fun thing is, the best thing I think about Strider is that you can tell very much that he has so much fun with what he's doing. You can hear it in his voice, you can see it in his expressions, and he's just so passionate and lovable, and it's just great. I can't, there are no words to describe it all. It's just great.
Even the soundtrack was...
Yeah.
Even the soundtrack was orchestrated and just exploding through the speakers with such triumphancy.
Oh, this is difficult. Okay, I know for a fact that I want to use either one of these two that I have.
Even the soundtrack was orchestrated and just exploding through the speakers with such triumphancy. Even the soundtrack was orchestrated and just exploding through the speakers with such...
He's so genuine and passionate and such a buddy type. Just makes one feel comfortable. Oh, I definitely agree there.
Triumphancy.
I feel like...
The soundtrack was orchestrated. Even the soundtrack was Even the soundtrack was orchestrated and just exploding through the speakers with... And just exploding through the speakers. Exploding through the speakers with such triumphancy. With such triumphancy.
There we go.
If we can get a soundbite here of like the main title of Lego Universe, if I have forgotten the music, just let me know and I'll add it in, but it should be found easily on YouTube, and it should be like da 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 da. It's very you'll probably get it.
Yeah, it's that's probably not the most difficult thing to do. You know what? Should I just check if I have that somewhere on here? The main title. It does have the login screen. I don't know. I think this is the one, right? Oh my god. Okay, that song is freaking awesome, dude. I love that one. That is great.
If we can get a sound, and I'll add it in, but it should be found easily on YouTube, and it should be like da 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 da. It's very very. You'll probably get it. Yeah. This overhead potentially could have been covered, but unfortunately there was one other really big cost.
I'm curious to see what the cost is.
This potentially could have been covered, but unfortunately, with creative freedom came one other really big This potentially could have been covered, but unfortunately, had potentially could have been covered. This overhead potential.
I feel like that one is not that great. The overhead. I mean, I don't know how many. I know for a fact that a bunch of English. I don't know what I'm saying. Never mind.
This potentially could have been covered, but unfortunately, with creative freedom came one other really big This potentially could have been covered.
Just like Shady, I'm back! Welcome back, Bailey!
But unfortunately, with creative freedom came one other really big cost.
Yeah, I'm definitely using that one. 10 out of 10, best take. I'm gonna use that one.
Policing the schlongs.
What? What? What did he say there?
Policing the schlongs. Policing the schlongs.
Okay, what?
Policing the schlongs. Policing the schlongs. But unfortunately,
I kinda want to use that one, but I don't know if it's a very good one to use. I do know that it's hilarious, but I don't know if it's...
Policing the schlongs.
I don't know what the schlongs is, but hang on, let me I'm very curious myself now, to be honest. I'm gonna Google that real quick. Oh. I don't know if I should, I do know for a fact that it's not to be discussed on this channel.
Policing the schlongs. But unfortunately, if that was it, that overhead probably could have been covered. But unfortunately, there was still one big cost.
I don't even know if that was a thing that he wanted to have on his videos or not, but...
You see, when people have the creative freedom, to build whatever they want, well, that's a wonderful thing. You see, when people have the creative freedom to build whatever they want, well, that's a wonderful thing.
My innocence have been my profile picture changed. Can't really see it being updated.
To build whatever they want, well, that's a wonderful thing. You see, when people have the creative You see, when people have the creative freedom to build whatever they want, well, that's a wonderful thing. You see, when people have the creative freedom to build whatever they want, well, that's a wonderful thing.
Yes. I feel like this is a great one.
Well, that's a freedom to build whatever they want. Creative freedom to build whatever they want. Well, that's a wonderful creative freedom.
Definitely using that one. Get your stuff together.
You see, when people have the
It's
creative
freaking
freedom-
YouTube. What did you expect? Much worse has been posted on YouTube. I have seen some shit on YouTube. Let me tell you.
to build whatever they want. Well, that's a wonderful thing. You see, when people have the creative freedom to build whatever they want, well, that's a wonderful thing.
Okay, I'm going to...
Well, that's a wonderful thing.
I am going to put these together.
To build whatever they want.
I'm gonna take this. I did this a bunch of times, I feel like, in this one video.
They want. Well, that's a wonderful thing.
Sometimes people get crap in their freaking recommended. Yeah, people get some really messed up things in the recommended. Let's be honest.
Well, that's a wonderful thing. But, well... Wonderful thing. But, well, it also means we're going to be...
I'm both listening to Phoenix and writing my book. While you're mostly listening to Strider doing what he does.
be seeing a lot of slop.
I'm not... I mean, this is one of those videos where I'm just not talking too much and just focusing on my work here. All the while reading through the live chat.
But, well, it also means we're going to be seeing a lot of schlongs.
Yep. I mean, look at Minecraft, for crying out loud.
But, well, it also means we're going to be seeing a lot of schlongs.
I kind of wonder if Strider has some footage of that and if I would be able to use it. YouTube still tries to recommend me videos about how much Steven Universe and MLP suck, and I'm just... Why? I've never had videos recommended to me why MLP sucks, but I did get Lily Orchard's video on Steven Universe's garbage, and here's why. I get that recommended a lot. And I don't even know why. I don't even have any interest in Steven Universe. I, to be honest, never really got interested in the show at all, and I probably never will. And I never even watched a video of Steven Universe at all on YouTube. So why do I get a video of Steven Universe's garbage, and here's why am I recommended? I have no idea. Probably because I watch Lily Orchard from time to time, but that's a story for another day.
Censor any pictures obviously blurred or whatever, however suits you for that, just because, you know, YouTube doesn't like those.
Yeah, that makes sense. I definitely will do that, Strider. Thank you for the advice there.
In fact, the overwhelming onslaught of schlongs got so bad that admin... In fact, the overwhelming onslaught of Mr. Pecker got so bad. In fact, the overwhelming onslaught of... In fact, the overwhelming onslaught of Mr. Pecker got so bad that the admins had to...
Strider, I'm having a bad time writing a script, reading a script
for
again.
that, just because, you know, YouTube doesn't like those.
Will do, Strider, will do. Not a problem at all. I constantly have to go through my entire recommended and go on not interested on every video to get new and actually interesting stuff. Yeah, I just don't bother with that. I just straight up ignore the majority of things that I get in my recommended for obvious reasons. Steven Universe and MLP is good stuff.
The Pecker got so bad.
I'm kind of curious, while I'm working on this, while we're talking about MLP, what kind of things would you like to see in the Ponython? Because I'm still working on the Ponython. If you are not familiar, it's basically a series where I'm gonna review everything of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, including Equestria Girls, the shorts and the specials, the movies, and of course the 2017 movie. But is there anything in particular that you would like me to talk about in the Ponython that has anything to do with My Little Pony? I could also potentially talk about the comics if I get my paws on those. My Little Pony is still going though, and it will get a 5th generation in 2021. In the meantime, we have Pony Life, which I will get a full review in the future once I got some more episodes. Once I saw some more episodes. Discourse Origins. That could be pretty interesting to talk about. I would have to do tons of research on that one, and it probably would take forever to finish that, but I probably will do that, as that is a very interesting thing to analyze, I'm sure.
That the admins had to... That the admins had to create AIs to try and block any structures that even remotely looked like Mr. Pecker.
That's interesting.
In fact, the overwhelming onslaught of schlongs got so bad that admins had to create AIs to try and block any structures that even remotely looked like Mr. Pecker.
I feel like I just want to use this one. I love the expressiveness that he puts in his voice there. I'd love for you to expand on some of the deeper lore of MLP. The lore is always so fascinating. The thing with the lore in My Little Pony is that it will take forever to analyze all of that. If I were to go very deep into that, for one thing, I would have to watch every single episode a number of times to actually do that. Maybe some theories too that you find interesting and believable. Maybe that would work. She's a Mary Sue from hell. Who? Who is a Mary Sue from hell? I feel like I missed something. But I did do some work on her. I am absolutely lost as to what is going on right now. Who was a Mary Sue again? Rapidash, my MLP OC. Oh. Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
In fact, the overwhelming onslaught of schlongs got so bad that admins had to create AIs to try and block any structures that even remotely looked like Mr. Pecker.
I'm definitely using that take. That is an awesome take. I love that one.
Even remotely look like Mr. But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI.
I just love it when he puts up that voice. Okay, the name's a Pokemon name.
Pecker. But
I don't mind. Pokemon names are awesome. I'm gonna have to dig through all my old drawings though.
John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But no AI.
Okay, this is, I think, where this comes in.
But no AI can stop John Thomas. But no AI can stop John Thomas.
What makes me sad is that I never get to see where this went.
But no AI.
That looks like it was gonna be frickin' awesome. But okay.
But no AI can stop John Thomas. But no AI can stop John Thomas.
Okay. I would have to watch through these a few times.
But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI.
I just love to see people's MLPOCs. Some of them are cool, aren't they? I definitely agree. I mean, Phoenix Star is, where in the frick is he? Here we go. My boy is, definitely one of my favorite OCs. Okay, narcissism aside, I have quite a few of my personal favorite, MLPOCs. In fact, just for shits and giggles, I have one that I really want to show you guys right now while we're on the while we're on the topic of MLP OCs. Let me just show you this frickin' awesome. Believe it or not, oh god, I did not mean to open up Telegram there. Believe it or not, this is an MLP OC here, Dr. Wolf. And I absolutely love this guy. For one thing, he's a frickin' wolf. So, there's that, and he has a beautiful doctor suit. But he's primarily one of my favorites because he's a wolf of all things, and I love the thing is, I just frickin' love wolves, okay? Leave me alone! Okay,
But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But no AI can stop John Thomas. But no AI can stop John Thomas. But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But John Thomas cannot be... John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI.
I'm using this take. I am gonna be using this take because this one is just awesome. I love this one. Wolves are indeed hacking amazing. I mean, just to give you a little bit of an idea how crazy I am over wolves. I have a entire folder filled with the... Oh boy. I have an entire folder filled with wolves. These are 136 images of just wolves. So, Yeah, this is, you could say that I'm a little bit obsessed over these animals. Could you blame me, though, for being obsessed over these animals? I don't think you can. Oh my god, this is so freaking wholesome. I only have my main persona, who is a sugar glider, then a Krampus, a pig, and a shark. Okay, here is actually a very funny story. I don't know if... Haikun, wolf lover, I know. Yes. So, in case you're wondering, I was editing video for PhantomStrider over here, as you can probably tell by the title of this live stream. And for a second, I figured I'm just gonna show you guys my obsession with wolves. I actually do happen to have a persona, which again is not here for you guys to see. Okay, I would have to go into my Telegram real quick and open up the file, because I don't have the file on my computer. I have it on my external hard drive, which I don't have hooked up on my computer because of reasons. So I am gonna look for my artist who has the file of my persona on here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Let me open it up real quick. Here you have it. This is my beautiful persona. His name is PhantomStrider, as you can see, and he's a pony wolf hybrid, because I absolutely love ponies and I love wolves. So I just put two of my favorite things together, and this is what came out of it. I am Kun, I can really good English. I never said that my English was perfect. English is not my native language, so excuse me if my English is not perfect. I'm very sorry about that. Anyway.
But no AI can stop John Thomas. But no AI can stop John Thomas. But no AI can stop John Thomas.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So now I kind of need to pick between either one of these.
But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But
won't he? Yes, indeed.
But no AI can stop John Thomas. But John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But no AI can stop John Thomas.
Ooh. This is a very close one. I don't know. I feel like this one is just a little bit better because
no AI can stop John Thomas.
Arm movements and shit.
John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI. But no AI can stop John Thomas.
However, I feel like this line delivery is a little bit better.
John Thomas cannot be stopped by any AI.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick with this one, because I feel like that one is just the best out of them all.
No AI can stop John Thomas.
Alright. So, Mick, in case you were not... I feel like I just explained that to you. Fuck it. I'm editing video for PhantomStrider, in case you are not aware of what is going on in this stream. So... yeah, there you go. That's the best explanation I can give you to this. John Thomas is such a great name for... Very true, very true.
To put tons and tons of humans. So they had to put tons and tons of humans. So they had to put tons and tons of... So they had to put tons and tons of human full-time workers to the task of finding and destroying any schlongs.
Oh my goodness.
So they had to put tons and tons of human full-time workers to the task of finding and destroying any schlongs. So they had to put tons and tons of human staff on the task of... So they had to put tons and tons of human stuff. So they had to put tons and tons of human...
What is he teaching now? I have no freaking idea. Human anatomy? The only thing I can possibly imagine is that he's just going nuts. Only you talk, you are not perfect in English. I am not even close to you.
Staff on the task of finding and vanquishing.
You will get there, you will get there. Just practice and practice and practice and you will get there. Just do it! Sorry, I just had to get that out of my system real quick. Imagine your job being a mod for a Lego game to look at long things all day. The thing is that I don't think we are just that we are literally talking about pictures of schlongs. I think that they just built schlongs with Lego bricks in the game. I think that's the thing that happened in there.
So they had to put tons and tons of human staff on the task of finding and vanquishing any phallic structures.
PMSL. What does that even stand for? Am I missing something? Or were you did you mean to put an LMFAO?
That's right. Lego created... You could... Lego created the... That's right.
Yes, I'm definitely putting that one in there.
Lego Universe created a police force. That's right. Lego Universe created a police force.
I kind of have PMSL pissed myself laughing. Ah, okay. That makes sense.
That's right. Lego Universe created a police force.
That is quite hilarious. I just want to have a police thing on there. Actually, I think that I should put that on top of his footage of his live action thing there.
You could say Lego Universe created a police force dedicated to enforcing the penal code.
Oh, oh, no! Why? No, why? Oh my goodness. Why? Oh my goodness, this is so terrible. Okay, I need to discuss this with Strider real quick. What's that he was saying there?
Dedicated to enforcing the penal code.
Oh, I kind of have the urge to film myself while I'm at my desk. With my hands in front of my face and just be like, oh my gosh. And just put that in the video. To see somewhat of a editor's response in the video. I don't know why, but I think that would be freaking hilarious. Hopefully make God a real cool world with wolves, horse, fur, you could. With wing, I don't know, but seems really cool if it ever comes in a game. If that would come in if that would end up becoming a real thing, then my life would be freaking complete just like that. I would love to have that happen in a game. If that would become a game, I would buy it. I would spend all of the money I have just on that one game. I don't care.
You could say LEGO Universe made a police force dedicated to enforcing the penal code. Ha ha ha.
Oh, it's so bad. Why would you do that? Batman comics are neato. What can I say? What can I say except... Okay, sorry, I'm not gonna do that. Wasn't a reference, but I appreciate it. I love the older comics. I have never read a Batman comic in my life. And to be honest, I'm not very interested in DC at all, so...
LEGO Universe made a police force dedicated to enforcing the penal code.
That was a terrible pun. And it should not have been made. Strider, what did you do? Oh.
Dedicated to enforcing the penal code. Ha ha ha.
Okay. What can I say except you're welcome? I love that song.
Could say that LEGO Universe created a police force dedicated to code. Ha ha.
Okay, I'm just putting that on there.
You could say LEGO Universe.
Strider is having way too much fun here.
You could say LEGO Universe created a
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, this police penal force became...
God help.
Anyway, this police...
Streeter plus wholesome stupid puns equals peak comedy. Agreed.
This penal force became so huge. Anyway, this police phallic force ended up so huge that it ended up massively expensive. So huge.
I'm using this take right here, putting that on there.
That it ended up so
Kudos for Marvel, but I like both in their own way. Marvel is Marvel reality and DC more dark, but both are cool. That is definitely true. Even though DC is a little bit on the darker side of things, when Marvel is just a little more wholesome and has some comedy in the mix to it. I do see why so many people like DC as much as they do, because I think that people enjoy darker stories more than they like sort of comedy-esque stories, which I think is very fair. I like both DC and Marvel too, just not the movies except for the X-Men movies. Marvel and DC are effing great. And as a German person, I am obligated to love Nightcrawler.
So huge that it ended up...
I have never seen Nightcrawler.
massively expensive.
What is your favorite character, DC and Marvel? Mine are Venom and Deathstroke. If I had to pick a favorite DC character, I feel like I would go with Superman, because he's a freaking alien from outer space who came to Earth. I don't really know the full backstory of him, but I think that, from what I understand, is that he figured out that he learned that he had these superpowers when very late, when he was in adulthood or something, and eventually he became a news reporter or something. I don't know the full backstory, so I don't know if this is true or not, but Superman has a very interesting backstory, and I would love to learn more of him. And my favorite Marvel character is without a doubt Iron Man. I just love him so freaking much. Iron Man is awesome.
This police phallic force ended up so huge that, well, it was hugely expensive. It became so huge that it ended up massively expensive. Force ended up so huge that, well, it was hugely expensive.
I'm using this one. I feel like putting two takes together in one doesn't really work that well for this one, and this one is a lot more expressive anyway in both voice and stuff. So we're using that one, and now let's see what we get for the rest of the thing here.
And this made the servers too expensive to run. And this made the servers too expensive to run. And this made the servers too expensive.
How much more do I have to put together? Holy freaking crap! Okay, this is a thing that I was not expecting. I feel like this is gonna be a segment of like 4 minutes long or so. I was not expecting that.
And this made the servers too expensive to run. And this made the servers too expensive to run. And this was the primary reason the servers were too expensive to run.
Okay, I'm using that one.
The servers...
There we go.
Expensive. And this was the primary reason the servers were too expensive to run.
Here we go.
And it's a true shame, really. And it's a true shame, really, because not only would I love to try an official LEGO MMORPG, and it's a real shame, really, because not only would game.
What do you call a pig who does karate? Karate pig? Or Pick Roddy or something.
Really. Because not only would I love to try an official LEGO MMO...
I need to go. I'll have a nice day, and I go to eat pizza. Yay! See ya later, Skoon, and all you bloody humans. Talk to you later, buddy. Have a good one.
RPG. And it's a real shame, really. Because not only would I love to try an official LEGO online game, and it's a real shame, really, because not only... But it was clear a lot of passion went into this project from a lot of people. True shame, really, because not only would I love to try an official LEGO MMORPG, and it's a real but it was clear a lot of passion.
A pork chop. I feel like I should have seen that one coming.
Went into this project from a lot of people. But it was clear a lot of passion went into this project from a lot of people. A lot of passion went into this project from a lot of people. On the plus side, the story of LEGO Universe does have a relatively happy ending. A lot of people. On the plus side, the story of LEGO Universe does have a relatively happy ending. On the plus side, the story of LEGO Universe does have a relatively happy ending. You see,
Okay, I'm gonna use this one. Oh, no, not too much. Phoenix.
On the plus side, the story of LEGO Universe does have a relatively happy ending. You see,
I almost... Okay, I give up. I just had a stroke. I'm sorry.
You see, the dedicated fans have created an external server.
Oh.
The ending. You see, the dedicated fans have created an external server. Happy ending. You see, the dedicated fans have created an external server.
That is quite interesting. I always make fun of myself. I usually either make fun of myself or other people. Only if they are okay with it, of course. Where do you think I get my pun/dad jokes from?
Allowing us to continue to play the game in the current year.
Oh!
Allowing us to continue.
Would you guys like to see me play a little bit of LEGO Universe in the future? Because apparently we can't because apparently we can still play the game. Good lord, why is talking so hard?
To play the game in the current year. Allowing us to continue to play the game in the current year. Allowing us to still be... Which means we can still play LEGO Universe in 2020. The game in the current...
I feel like this is better.
Which means we can still play LEGO Universe in 2020. In case you're curious of the project's name, it's called Dark Flame Universe. In case you'd like to look up the project, it's called Dark Flame Universe. In case you'd like to look up the project, it's called Dark Flame Universe. In case you'd like to look up the project, it's called Dark Flame Universe. In case you'd like to look up the project, it's called Dark Flame Universe.
Yes, I'm gonna use Blah!
which means we can still play Lego Universe.
I can't talk properly.
In case you'd like to look up the project, it's called Dark Frame Universe.
Dark Frame Universe, okay. I'll definitely give that one a shot in the future if you guys are interested in that.
We can experience the beginning of the game like it's 2011. We can experience the beginning of the game. You can experience the beginning of the game like it's 2011. You can experience the game like it's still 2011.
Alright. Sounds like one of my dark horror and NGAUs.
In case you'd like to look up the project, it's called Dark Flame Universe. If you'd like to look up the project, it's called... We can experience the beginning of the game like it's 2011. We can experience the beginning of the game. You can experience the beginning of the game like it's 2011.
That would actually be pretty fun. Reliving 2011. For the first time in forever. God. That would be something. That would be something very, very special, I'm sure.
You can experience the beginning of the game like it's 2011.
I would definitely do that. I really want to do that.
The game like it's still 2011.
I really want to go get myself some donuts, but man, I want to keep watching.
You can experience the game like it's still 2011.
That's some real life struggles right there. Let's see what we have here.
You can experience the game like it's still 2011. Definitely a simpler time that I really wouldn't mind resampling right now. Definitely a simpler time I really wouldn't mind resampling right now.
I definitely agree to that one, Strider. If I could ever just go back to frickin' 2011, that would be absolutely fantastic. Life was so simple back then, and I really miss it sometimes.
Definitely a simpler time I really wouldn't mind resampling right now. Definitely a somehow simpler time that I really wouldn't mind resampling about now. Definitely a simpler.
I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna be using this take right here.
Somehow simpler time that I really wouldn't mind resampling about now.
There we go.
Definitely a simpler time that I really wouldn't mind resampling at the moment. Definitely a simpler time that I really wouldn't mind resampling at the moment.
Ooh. Another two really good ones. Really.
Definitely a
Good Lord, Strider, why are you making this so difficult? Oh, you're killing me. Okay.
really wouldn't mind resampling at the moment. Definitely a simpler time that I really wouldn't mind resampling at the moment. That I really wouldn't mind resampling about now. Definitely a simpler time that I really would...
Frozen. Oh my goodness, Frozen.
Wouldn't mind resampling at the moment. Definitely a simpler time that I really wouldn't mind resampling at the moment.
Remember when Frozen first came out? Man, was that crazy. Okay.
2011. Definitely a somehow simpler time that I really wouldn't mind resampling about now. Definitely a simpler time that I really...
Yeah. I feel like this is still the best take out of the bunch. Okay, so we have a segment of about almost 4 minutes long. This is gonna be very fun to finish up. I had a blast putting all of this together. I'll make sure to do a bunch more of these live streams where I'm just working on some things for Strider and maybe even the Phoenix Star YT channel, because apparently people enjoy me working on videos that I edit for some odd reason. So I'm definitely gonna be doing this a bunch more times in the not too distant future. For the time being, I have been editing for over 2 hours, and I will need to finish this up very soon. I probably will do a lot of this this evening after I make some assignments for school. For the time being, though, I thank you guys for watching this live stream. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to drop a like if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. And with that, I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye!